Hello, and thank you for attending Camp Thunder Ridge. So, first things, I want to introduce myself a little bit. My name is Emily Hill, and I am the camp director for the 2022 Thunder Ridge camp year. I'm very excited about camp this year. Let me go ahead and introduce myself a little bit. Again, I'm Emily. My hometown is Moroni, Utah, down in Sanpete County. I have been in scouting, specifically working at scout camps for 8 years. I worked at Typhe, Schofield, Maple Dell, and Browning, and now I'm working at Thunder Ridge. I am currently finishing up my last year at Utah State University. I am studying law and constitutional studies. I enjoy most things that are outdoor, so I enjoy hiking, climbing, reading, also enjoy art, and most scouting activities I enjoy, believe it or not. And then throughout this presentation, my email will just go ahead and be at the bottom. If you have any questions at all, feel free to email me. So first off, most of what we're going to be going over today can be found on our Leaders Guide. The best way to find that is to go to utahscouts.org/Thunder Ridge, and you can go ahead and download your copy. That will have all the information we're talking about today, as well as a little bit more in depth. Okay, first off, how do you get to Thunder Ridge? This is from Salt Lake, but I assume that most of you will either be coming from the St. George area or just more southern Utah. But from Salt Lake, it's a pretty straight shot. If you put it into any form of Google Maps or GPS, it should bring you to Camp Thunder Ridge. If it's for some reason not showing up, you can look up Brian Head and signs will direct you to Thunder Ridge from there. But feel free to reference this for instructions on how to. Okay, so our schedule for our youth groups. We will have two different kinds of schedules. We have our 3-day schedule and our 4-day schedule. So in our 3-day schedule, we ask that you arrive as close to 10 o'clock a.m. as possible. And when you guys are packing up, please try to be quick about it, as we will be having another group coming in shortly after you leave. Same goes with the 4-day schedule. Please try to arrive on time, and please try to pack up quickly so we can reset our camp for the next week. This is all also found on our Leader's Guide, where you can print off a copy of your weekly schedule. We will also be giving you a copy once you arrive at camp. Okay, so when you check in, so after you arrive at camp, you'll arrive at your designated time and designated day. So it will be 8 a.m. Monday morning for our 3-day camps and 12 p.m. Wednesday afternoon for our 4-day camps. You will send one leader to the lodge to check in, and we'll have staff members directing you to the lodge. And we will have that one leader bring help forms for both youth and leaders. The rest of everyone, including any other leaders, will go and set up your campsite. And we will have a staff member show you where your campsite is. We will have a leaders meeting an hour and a half after your scheduled arrival. So between your arrival and this meeting, that's the perfect time to set up your campsite. Additionally, something to warn you about with Camp Thunder Ridge is the road up to camp is not exactly forgiving. So I would highly recommend that you have 4-wheel drive vehicles or all-wheel drive vehicles. No front-wheel drive vehicles are likely to make it up that mountain. Additionally, wait until you have a staff member who can direct you where to go, because it is a one-way road and you will get stuck if you try to go up at the same time someone tries to go down. But we should have staff directing you anytime you will be driving up and down that road. And as for payments, half of your total balance for all of your youth and yourselves is due by May 2nd. The remainder of your balance is due at least 2 weeks before you arrive at camp. If you plan to have visitors, let them know they need to check in at the office. Usually if you just send them to find me, that's going to be the best course of action. When they arrive at camp, they need to come find me. We will get them checked in and settle any costs for additional meals that may be needed. There's more information on that in the Leader's Guide as well. If you're coming with a church group, make sure you have your insurance from the church. So the activities we'll be offering for you are the high ropes course, archery and knife throwing, rifle shooting, group games, and hiking. So our high ropes course is fantastic. It is a 2-level high ropes course. It will have several elements that require climbing and swinging and different levels of physical strength. We will also have zip lines on that. That one is very fun. Additionally, we have archery and knife throwing, pretty self-explanatory. We'll teach you how to shoot. It's very fun. We also have rifle shooting. We have our group games, which could be some lawn games. It could be volleyball. It could be our staff members' TTU game. Really whatever you want to do during that time. But we will have some options for you. We also have hiking. We are right next to some beautiful hikes, so I would highly recommend taking this time to go hiking. I've tried to work it so most of your hiking time is scheduled around either a meal or another break so that you can go hiking a little bit longer than your scheduled time. If you look at our leader's guide, we have lots of options for hiking. It would be very fun and very beautiful. For food, we offer 2 different food options. We have our dining hall. We have an amazing chef, and we will cook and serve you the food. You just have to show up and eat it. If you would like to get on our meal plan and you have yet to sign up for our meal plan, you can add it to your registration online, or you can call our service desk. This number is listed right here. You could also bring your own food. We will have fire pits. However, it depends whether or not we will have a fire restriction. But you are also welcome to bring your own burners. So yes, you are very welcome to bring your own food. I have a couple of safety rules at camp. I am very strict about safety at camp. One of the big ones, usually the kids don't like this, but we don't allow the climbing of trees. This has resulted in too many injuries for scouting. Also, hammocks are not able to be strapped to trees. This is mostly to protect our own trees. We are recovering from a wildfire that swept through the area. We're trying to protect our environment as much as possible. In regards to allergies, if any of your youth or leaders, just anyone who'll be at camp, is using our dining hall, please let us know right away who has allergies. You can share that with us at this website, the utahscouts.org/allergy, to let us know. Additionally, if you're worried about it, feel free to, during check-in, remind us that you have allergies. We'll make sure we have accommodations in place for you. Be sure to check if there are any fire restrictions in place before arriving at camp. This is found at utahscouts.org/safety to view any restrictions. Additionally, firewood. Like I said, we just had a forest fire run through camp. We actually have a lot of fallen wood. So feel free to bring your own if you really desire. However, we have plenty at camp and we would love to get some of that off our hands. Just make sure you bring an axe to chop up anything that's already on the ground. There are a couple other things you'll need to know. So up in camp, we do have good cell phone service. It's kind of spotty in some areas. One of those areas is down by the gate and on the road leading up to our camp. I would not be surprised if for about half an hour as you're driving up to camp, you have no cell phone service. However, once you get up into camp, you are likely to have good cell phone service. Additionally, group leadership is invited to join us for our open house on May 14th between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. It's an opportunity for your group's leadership to see what camp looks like, visit your campsite, get yourself ready for your group's camp adventure. I would highly recommend going to this. It's nice to just get a layout, especially if you're going with a youth group, if you have a young women's group, if you want to decorate, anything along those lines. It's nice to know what you're working with. If you do have any questions about any of the information I have shared with you, please reach out to me. My email is listed below. It's also listed in our on our website. It's listed in the Leader's Handbook as well. We are so excited to work with you this summer. We have a great staff. We're going to have great people up at camp. So I look so forward to seeing you at camp this year.